Superstar Dolph Ricochet,
AJ South,
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is BrettO Live on YouTube.
What is going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and today we have the weekend review, episode 109. Absolutely insane. 109. We're already almost to 110. That's freaking crazy. But yeah, this is the weekend review setup where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a setup style. I am BrettO Live. You never heard of BrettO Live. We do WWE and WWE action figures all over the YouTube channel, so feel free to subscribe, check it all out, and without further ado, let's get into the setup. Starting over here, we open the show with a big tag team match. It was Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose and Asuka versus Charlotte, Shayna, and Nia. This match was okay. I'm glad they just got the women's stuff over in the beginning, because as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of women's wrestling, so I'm glad they just got this over in the beginning. But yeah, it was decent, I guess. In the end, we saw Alexa Bliss, or like mid-match, I should say, Alexa Bliss appeared on the entrance stage, and at least finally, they're putting Alexa Bliss in a storyline again. Gosh, at least with like the women, finally. Gosh. But yeah, she was just on the entrance stage, basically just distracting everybody in the match. And then Shayna Baszler looked like she was about to put away Asuka, and then like she buckled under her legs or whatever. And I guess it was like some sort of magical spell that Alexa Bliss put on her or whatever. And then Asuka was able to pick up the victory. But right after that, Charlotte just booted her right in the face. And then it kind of just ended kind of lame. And then later in the show, it was actually Rhea Ripley versus Asuka for nothing. Yeah, I guess Charlotte requested this match because, of course, there's going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania Backlash. So she wanted to like soften up the opponents. But I didn't really care for this whatsoever. Rhea Ripley, Asuka, one-on-one. It was an okay match. Charlotte was on commentary, distracted Asuka and Rhea Ripley a couple times in this match. Honestly, I couldn't care less for this storyline, but in the end, Rhea Ripley was able to hit the Riptide, and then that was it. Kind of boring. Moving over here, we did see a rematch between Morrison and Damian Priest one-on-one, and this time with a stipulation under it. So Miz is going to be facing Damian Priest at WrestleMania Backlash, but they had an idea. How about Morrison faces Priest? If Morrison wins, Miz picks the stipulation. If Priest wins, then Priest chooses the stipulation. So I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't bad. I'm actually, this should be actually pretty good. At least a stipulation on this, even though we saw this match last week. But yeah, it was an okay match. Morrison knows how to take a move, dude. He is so freaking good. He needs to split away from the Miz, in my opinion. He really does. Maybe after WrestleMania Backlash, you never know, because Miz failed to distract Damian Priest yet again and ended up distracting at the wrong time because Morrison had the 3 count and he had him beat once again. Priest was able to hit his finisher and then pick up the victory. And obviously, the winner picks the stipulation, so Damian Priest has an opportunity to pick a stipulation in his favor for WrestleMania Backlash, and he chose a lumberjack match. Interesting. A lumberjack match between Miz and Damian Priest at WrestleMania Backlash because Priest said Miz runs away every time he's around him. And I'm like, okay, that's not a bad explanation for that. But yeah, that wasn't bad. I enjoyed that. Moving over here, we had a match between Sheamus and Humberto Carrillo. I don't believe this was for the United States Championship. It didn't really matter anyway because nearing the end, they totally botched the ending of this match because Humberto Carrillo went for a sunset flip powerbomb to the outside of the ring, and he did not successfully grab onto the legs of Sheamus, and that caused both of the men just to fall onto the ground super hard. Humberto Carrillo hit really hard, and then the ref just called the match. I don't think it was supposed to go down like that, obviously. But yeah, I'm interested to see. I was pretty interested to see how they were going to do that. Maybe bring in Mansoor. But yeah, no, they just called it off because Humberto got injured, I believe. But Sheamus might have also. It was a really hard hit to end that match. So that was pretty freaking crazy. But yeah, other than that, nothing we haven't seen already. Moving over here, it was Shelton Benjamin versus Cedric Alexander. I absolutely loved this. Oh my gosh. Like literally the veteran Shelton Benjamin going up against the upstart Cedric Alexander. And I wanted Shelton Benjamin to come out to his "There Ain't No Stopping Me" theme song. But no, he just came out to his theme song that he used with Chad Gable a while back. But yeah, this match wasn't bad whatsoever. Just some story behind it because of course Cedric wanted to split away from Shelton Benjamin and Shelton Benjamin just being like, dude, really? So yeah, they had a one-on-one match. It was really good. Shelton Benjamin hit a wicked slam on Cedric Alexander to win the match. I was like, dang, that was wicked. He literally slammed the crap out of him on the mat. I'm like, wow, that was pretty sick. And then he was able to pick up the victory. That wasn't bad. I enjoyed that a lot. Moving over here, it was Jinder Mahal. He is back on Monday Night Raw. And yeah, he made a good impression, sadly, at the expense of Jeff Hardy. I know, it's pretty sad. Jeff Hardy, I don't believe has won a match since his rivalry with frickin' Sheamus, it feels like, on Smackdown. Feels like forever ago. But yeah, it was frickin' Jinder Mahal versus Jeff Hardy in a one-on-one match. It was okay. Jinder Mahal has like these guys. I believe one of them was Seer and Ashish or something. Something like that. But yeah, they gave him two guys similar to what they did with the Singh brothers. I believe it was in 2017. But yeah, I guess Jinder has two guys with him now, and he was able to pick up the victory over Jeff Hardy. But I don't really think Jinder's like a complete heel, just the way that he handled himself during this match. He didn't attack Jeff Hardy after the match or anything like that. So I'm interested to see what Jinder's going to do after this. Moving over here, it was RK Bro teaming with the New Day to take on Jackson Ryker and Elias and AJ Styles and Omos. This was a really fun 8-man tag team match. I enjoyed it a lot. In the end, we saw Randy Orton tag himself in blindly and hit an RKO. I believe it was on Jackson Ryker. It might have been Elias. I know it wasn't AJ Styles or Omos. But yeah, he was able to hit the RKO 1, 2, 3, pick up the victory. And then the New Day came in, like they're going to celebrate with Randy Orton. And then Randy Orton hits an RKO out of nowhere on freaking Xavier Woods. And then Kofi Kingston's like, what the crap did you just do? And then he RKOs Kofi Kingston. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. And then Matt Riddle's like, dude, how are you going to do this if we, how are we going to make friends if you keep on doing this? And then I don't really think Randy Orton cares, to be honest. But yeah, RK Bro, I think they're pushing this pretty well. They just need to split away from Elias, Ryker, and the New Day. Just go on a rivalry with Omos and AJ, dude. I just think that would be awesome. We're here to the main event of the show. It was Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre in the main event. Pretty good match. In the end, we saw Drew McIntyre hit the Claymore. I was like, oh my gosh, he just hit the Claymore kick. He's about to win this match. No way. And then Braun Strowman, his music hits, and then he comes out and then just wreaks havoc on literally everybody, causing a disqualification. He sends Bobby Lashley through the barricade, and before he did that, I believe Braun Strowman said the F word. I could not believe it. I think he did. He's like, I'm going to F your boy up. I'm like, what? He said that to MVP. I was like, what did he just say? But yeah, and then he did. He just basically destroyed everybody, running power slam after running power slam. And yeah, that's basically just showing that he's not going to win at WrestleMania Backlash. But yeah, obviously Lashley's probably just going to retain. Stay tuned for the prediction video. It might already be up, so check out the channel. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. Not a bad show. Kept me entertained, I gotta admit. It really did. Some fresh new stuff. I don't know where they're going to go with most of it, to be honest. But yeah, in the end, I'm going to give the show a solid... I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I thought the show wasn't bad. Again, it kept me entertaining. It did have some weak stuff, obviously. But yeah, now we're going to jump into Smackdown. And continuing, of course, the weekend review with Smackdown right here. We're going to jump right in, starting off with the opening match. It was very crazy, I got to admit. Tamina, not the match itself, but like the outcome. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, the women's tag team champions at the time, going up against Tamina and Natalya for the women's tag team championships. And as you can see right in front of you, we have freaking brand new women's tag team champions. Natalya and Tamina were able to defeat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I cannot believe that. Literally, I was not expecting Natalya and Tamina to win this whatsoever. The match itself was pretty lame. But yeah, to see them come out on top, I was like, what? But yeah, I'm totally fine with it. Honestly, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax were super boring as tag champs, so I'm interested to see what Tamina and Natalya have planned. But yeah, that was pretty good change there, not bad. Moving over here, it was Aleister Black's another chapter of his life. I honestly forgot what he was talking about. Something about his dad and I don't even know. I guess he's coming soon to SmackDown, basically. Moving over here, it was a pretty stupid promo. Basically, Bianca Belair just come out, and then Bayley, too cowardly to come out, popped up on the Tron. It was talking trash on the Tron via satellite. What a coward. But yeah, Bianca Belair was just out there, saying, okay, WrestleMania Backlash. And Bayley's like, yeah, I'm going to be at WrestleMania Backlash. This. I've held the title for this days. We've heard it a billion times. Super boring, super lame. Wasn't into that whatsoever. Moving over here, it was Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio in a one-on-one match. This is what we were supposed to see last week until Dominic got involved in everything. But yeah, this was a pretty decent match. I really enjoyed these two going at it. Honestly, has nothing to do with this, but Dolph Ziggler, I really just want him to turn face again. I don't know what it is about him. I was watching some clips the other day of him as a face, and I'm like, oh, I missed that Dolph Ziggler, man. But yeah, this match, the match itself, not bad. In the end, we saw Rey Mysterio steal a victory. Basically just a quick roll-up, if I remember right. It might have been a small package, but it was something like that, super quick. And then Bobby Roode tried to attack. Dominic kicked him out of the ring, and then they stood tall. Basically just showing that they're probably not going to win at WrestleMania Backlash. Stay tuned for those predictions. No, I did not forget about them. They will be dropping soon. Don't worry. Just have been a little busy, so definitely stay tuned for those. It's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, that was okay. I mean, nothing crazy. Moving over here, we had the crowning of Commander Aziz, a.k.a. Dabakato, or whatever they're calling him nowadays, of like the Medal of Honor or whatever, of like the Nigerian Medal of Honor. It was kind of stupid. But yeah, he gave him a little necklace thing, like gold medal, and then a bunch of guys just randomly came in. Big E, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, they all interrupted it, and yeah, it just ended up in an all-out battle with, I believe it was Big E who was on top at the end, and then Apollo Crews, of course, hightailed like a coward with Commander Aziz, and then Adam Pearce made a match with all of these guys. So it's definitely not in the favor of Apollo Crews to retain his title, but more than likely he will with a cheat from Commander Aziz. But yeah, that was pretty cool seeing all those guys come out. Moving over here, we saw a match between Shinsuke Nakamura and King Corbin. This match was pretty decent. One-on-one, nothing crazy here. In the end, we saw King Corbin win. I was like, what? But yeah, King Corbin was able to pick up the victory over Shinsuke Nakamura, and I guess Shinsuke just attacked him after the match with a Kinshasa kick and then put on his crown like this. Oh, that's going to be the thumbnail because I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, basically that's just it. Very confused on all of that. Moving over here, it was the main event of the show. It was Cesaro versus Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso wanted to prove that he could beat Cesaro because Roman Reigns is like, if you think you can beat him, why don't you try beating him? Why don't you try beating him? Well, Reigns didn't even give him the chance because he caused a disqualification like an idiot. Reigns basically just hit Cesaro, causing a disqualification. Jimmy Uso basically loses. More conflict with Jimmy Uso. Is he going to join with Jay? Is he going to turn Jay? Is he going to turn on Roman? We still haven't gotten that answer. Hopefully we do in the near future. But yeah, Cesaro, like I said, did win technically via disqualification. But yeah, is he going to win at WrestleMania Backlash? Heck no. Reigns, dude, Reigns is going to be unstoppable for, in my opinion, I believe for a couple years. Like, no joke. Like, a couple years. Like, really. No joke. But yeah, this, and then Cesaro basically just got to neutralize Jey Uso twice and showing that Roman Reigns does not care about him because he didn't come back to the ring. What a coward. Bunch of cowards here on SmackDown. But yes, guys, that was SmackDown. Not a bad show whatsoever. Definitely better than Raw this week. But yeah, I did give Raw a 3 out of 5. I'm changing that to a 2 out of 5, and I'm giving SmackDown a solid 3 out of 5. But yes, guys, that was a week in review. Definitely let me know your ratings down in the comments down below. I'd really like to know, and I'll see you guys next time. Congrats to Tamina and Natalia, I really gotta say. And I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live out.